Is always a tricky subject, isn't it? How to raise the issue with your kids about the potential for child sex abuse. It's a very difficult one, being a dad of two boys, and there are lots of learning aids out there in the community and in schools to deal with other issues like alcohol and drugs, but this one here is pretty difficult to manage. Well, someone's decided to take it on and has created a book. It's called A Secret Safe to Tell, and the author is Naomi Hunter, and she joins me on the line. G'day, Naomi.
Hey, how you doing, Gary?
Fair enough to say that it is a difficult one to talk about. How to start, how to do it without putting the fear of God into your child?
Yeah, that's right. It definitely has been a taboo topic and something we've all, as parents, shied away from for a long time to talk about. But I think we're changing as a society, a community, a country. The way we all view this issue now is to approach it head on and talk about it and empower kids, and that's exactly where my book came into play.
Is that because of the high-profile cases of late, and, including someone like Rolf Harris? I mean, you can't get much bigger a name where they're being brought to account for child sex abuse. Those sort of high-profile cases have definitely got people talking about child abuse, but you're talking about a way to deal with your kids on the issue.
Yeah, absolutely. I just felt that there wasn't enough nurturing or well-written resources out there that children could respond to in a safe and meaningful way that allowed them the communication to, first of all, understand the scenario of a childhood sexual abuse situation unfolding, whether it be explicitly noted by the parents or implicitly implied, because the book is non-explicit. It won't go into it unless the parents delve into it.
Yep.
But for children to just recognise when they're feeling worried about something or deeply saddened or hurt or feel confused and someone's telling them that they cannot tell a trusted adult, that it's a trusted secret or something like that, then this book allows that dialogue to happen and the children to feel safe to talk about anything that's worrying them.
It's like unlocking a padlock in some ways, isn't it? It's a way to get into your kid's psyche so that they know that they're not doing the wrong thing by betraying what they've been told to keep secret. Now, this is a book that I'm assuming you would have the parent or parents sit down and read with the child. Yeah,
definitely. The parent can read it first and just get their own head around what to say or what might come up and feel comfortable with the topic themselves. And then, sit down and talk about the issue and read it and let the child guide what questions come out for them with the book. A lot of the time, children will bring up bullying and worries that they're having at school or things that are confusing them. But for children who have been through sexual abuse, like we know of one study, one situation already where a child has disclosed their abuse after reading A Secret Safe to Tell. So it's just giving children a voice, empowering them to speak up if they're worried about something.
Yeah, one thing that history's shown us is that people keep these secrets for a long time. We've seen it in terms of the institutions that have been run, and now we've got a Royal Commission underway into that. People keep these secrets for such a long time because of the shame and the not wanting to confront it and what it could do to the rest of their life, that sort of thing.
Yeah, definitely. Like, I know in my own personal journey with this that it does take a good 20 to 30 years for people to feel, confident and less guilty and ashamed and awful to talk about it and say, that did happen to me and I don't really know how to deal with it. Is there something that can help me deal with it? How do I protect my children from going through all of this? So, it does take a really long time.
Okay, now, obviously, you just, indicated that you'd had a personal experience. We won't go into that in great detail, but can I ask you this? How would this sit? I mean, the book is clearly for those people who want to get their kids aware that even a family member could pose a danger to them.
For sure, and most often than not, it is a family member or someone closely related to the family, a friend, a neighbour, someone that is trusted amongst their community. So children often hold the secret because they feel that they're betraying that trusted person that, mum and dad have over for drinks or whatever, and they're a part of their daily existence. So I think to sit down with your children and say, even if someone that that we trust is hurting you, it's okay to come and tell us.
Then, of course, you've got a hope I mean, if the book's not in play, you've still got to hope that the people that are told don't dismiss it, because I've certainly, as a reporter, I've covered examples of a town that had a person on a pedestal, and he created havoc in that town for many years, and a lot of that was because people said, "Oh, don't be ridiculous. Go away." Right. He wouldn't do it.
Yeah, I think the current stats are it's like not the second, it's most likely the third person that a child discloses to that something will happen for them and that action will take place for them and the abuse can stop. So it is really important to hear what your children are saying, maybe write down exactly in their own words what's happening for them, and then go and seek professional support if a child's coming to you with these concerns, and to validate them and to acknowledge what they're talking about is real for them.
How difficult was it for you to pick the right words to actually get to the point where you sort of hope that the message could get through to a child that they may recognise themselves in the book?
Yeah, look, it has been a long journey, but the book did come quite naturally when I wrote it. So I don't know, it's just something that I'm really passionate about. So I think it came quite naturally and from a heartfelt place.
Is there an age that you're hoping to target?
I think that if we can empower every child with the dialogue and the communication of keeping their body safe, and that it's okay to tell a trusted adult when you're upset about something, then I think we can start that communication from day one and making sure that children feel safe. So I'm hoping to target everybody. The beauty of the book is that it's not only for children, that parents who can pick it up or adults who have been through this situation are actually coming out and saying, "This happened to me. I haven't told anyone, but after reading your book, thank you so much for giving me a voice. And I've told my wife, or I've told my husband, or I've told a trusted friend, or I've just told my mum, and I'm 60 years old." So we're getting messages like that on a daily basis. The book is reaching people on such a diverse level and a diverse range of needs as well. So we feel really blessed that my husband networks for me. He's amazing. He does all my Facebooking and collaborating with groups and getting it out there to campaigns and organisations that are doing similar work. So,
okay. Have you had conversations with education departments at this point in time, or the government?
We're in early stages. We have had our local member for Chelsea purchase a bulk order of 10 copies for the schools in her area, but it's in very
Queensland,
early days.
Is that right? In Queensland?
No,
sorry.
In Victoria.
Victoria, apologies, yep.
Yeah. That's all right. Yeah, so definitely I think it's in the pipeline to get it into all schools.
Yep.
But once again, it's making schools and educators feel comfortable talking about this issue. We're finding that, the people that are tentative to talk about it don't understand that kids can actually handle this conversation a lot more easy than adults can at times.
That's right, and I think you've hit the nail on the head there, that it's not so much about the kids, it's about the adults knowing how to broach it, and that's why a book like this could be absolutely perfect for that. Yeah,
that's what we're finding, that once parents read it and they talk about it and they read it to their children, the discussion that it opens up for them is quite liberating rather than frightening. They message us and they say, "Wow, we just talked and we talked and we talked. Thank you so much." We feel like we've started that conversation and our kids can come to us. And it's funny, we teach, our children not to run on the road, and we teach bullying and
stranger danger. We talk about that one a lot. We got to move on from obviously stranger danger is a good message, no doubt about it, but we perhaps need to delve a bit deeper than just stranger danger.
Yeah, I agree with you. I think we've got to move closely to, if something's worrying you, if your heart is feeling strained and you're feeling, upset about someone who's hurting you, then please just come and talk to someone that you trust.
All right. Well, it is called A Secret Safe to Tell, and that's obviously dispelling the myth that when you get entrusted by someone who is your abuser with a secret, you have to find a way to break that secret, and that's what this book is all about. If people listening to this are interested in getting a copy of it, how do they go about it at the moment?
They can contact me directly on Facebook. It's the normal www.facebook and then Naomi Hunter Author. Yep. And if you just send me a message with your order, I can personally sign you a copy. You can go to the JoJo Publishing website and order a copy through there, or you can just go into your local bookstore anywhere within Australia and order it in and they can get it for you. We're sending books all over the world at the moment, every day,
yep.
To the States, to to the UK and all over Australia. So more than happy to send personally signed copies.
All right, we'll get that moving, and thanks very much for the idea and putting it into writing, and let's hope that it can save some kids and some parents who didn't comprehend that it could happen to their kids, a lot of pain and suffering. Thank you so much. That was definitely the motivation going into it. If you could just spare one child or anyone from, the lifelong journey that I've been on with it in my own personal life, then we've done something really right. So thank you so much for your time. Thanks for that, Naomi. Pleasure. Naomi Hunter.